Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video, we're going to be trying a new product from Bleach London. So they released a Vivid collection. There's Vivid Copper, Vivid Red, and Vivid Berry. Now, Vivid Berry and Vivid Purple seem to be the same. I'm not sure why there's two different boxes with two different names on it. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, but I got all three shades here. So this is basically like L'Oreal High Color High Lift. This is meant for dark hair, for you to go from dark to copper without having to bleach. So we have red, copper, and a purple shade. I have three different levels of swatches in front of me we're gonna try these on. So it says permanent vegan dye, high performance professional results, incredible shine. And it says this product is only for use on healthy, undamaged hair. It says to wait at least 14 days after bleaching, relaxing, or perming before coloring. And right here on the side, it says do not use on hair that has ever been dyed with henna or permanent hair dye. So it does not recommend you try this on hair that already has color on it. I'm gonna tell you right now, all these swatches I'm using today definitely have been dyed. I have no idea what they've been dyed with, but obviously at the factory where they make these swatches, they dye them to the same level. So all these are dyed, and I have a good feeling it's still gonna work on dyed hair. I think these have only been dyed one time, so I know it'll work well on that, but if you dye your hair repeatedly over and over and over and you have layers of color on your hair, it's not gonna lift even. It'll still lift a little, but it's not gonna lift even, and it's not going to be like the copper you see on the box. I think these swatches will be okay. They've only been dyed once as far as I'm aware, so I think it'll be fine. On the back, it says no bleach, easy to apply, non-staining, long-lasting, and it blends gray. Salon quality hair dye, boxed for home use. It says it's manufactured in Europe, vegan and PETA approved for all hair types. Our Vivid Copper High Lift Permanent Color Kit is for anyone wanting to achieve a bold copper shade. Developed by international fashion colorist Alex Brownsell, this kit pairs salon quality hair dye with a custom strength developing lotion to lighten and color strands without compromising the hair health. So I'm assuming it's probably like a 30 volume developer in here to give it that boost to lift through the dark hair. Inside the box right here, it says it has conditioning color, go light. Oh yeah, right here it says 30 volume developer, and it says keep it sealed container, which seals the cuticle. So you've got a few things in here. Let's go ahead and open one and look at what's inside. If you didn't know, I love Bleach London. I've used their products for years and years and years now. I just think they have really, really great quality products. So here are the gloves, directions. Here is that it's like a conditioner, keep it sealed conditioner, the bottle with the developer, and then it actually comes with like a whole tube of color in a box, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix every shade up, set up my second camera angle, and we're gonna start swatching these. All right, I'm mixing everything up right now. The red came out red, the copper came out copper, and then the berry color just came out like a cream color, like a vanilla-ish color. So the little pamphlet of instructions, it says let the color develop for 15 minutes on your lengths through your ends. After 15 minutes, apply the remaining product to your roots using the same sectioning, and then set a timer for 35 minutes. I like how on the bottle it says 30 volume, so you don't have to guess what developer is inside. I hate that box stores that you get at like the grocery store. They never tell you the developer that's inside them, and I feel like that's so important. So I'm glad they put it on the outside of the bottle so people are not guessing what they're putting on their hair. All right, let's go in with the copper. I love that it also has a twist off cap. Makes it super, super easy for application. You just twist it off instead of having to cut anything. I feel like this is like one of the most user-friendly packages. I love the fine tip applicator for like root application, makes it super easy. All right, here we go. This is very, very strong, making my eyes water, taking my breath away. It is, oh my gosh, you guys, ooh, making my eyes water bad. It is a high lift color, so you can definitely expect like that really strong smell from a high lift color. It's 30 volume, it's packing a freaking punch in there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised, but it does take your breath away. Definitely crack open a window if you're gonna use these on yourself. Make sure you have good ventilation in the house. All right, I feel like that's really nice and saturated. Just for shits and giggles, I'll add some more on top. This color of orange is so beautiful. Let's go in with the red next. Again, very pretty shade of red. Not that that's how it's gonna turn out, but it's pretty. This one smells a little bit different. It smells a little bit worse than the other one, not in the fact that it's less or more powerful. They're just like an undertone, a little undertone smell. It smells a little like rotten almost. It's not horrible, but there's definitely like a little underlying nasty smell in there. The copper one didn't have that soury smell to it. Put some more on there. I love high lift colors. I think it's such a great option for people with dark hair who like to stay copper or red or purple for this instance. It's a great way for them to get their desired color without having to bleach their hair first. And I also feel like these don't bleed as bad as if you were to bleach your hair and then glaze your hair with a semi-permanent color. I feel like semi-permanents just bleed a lot more than the permanent colors do. Moving on to the last shade, which is that berry color. And as it's sitting, it is starting to oxidize purple. Okay, I just want to hop in here and mention that there was a purple kicker, a little liquid vial in the box that I did not see until after I was done filming that I was supposed to add into this purple color. The other two didn't have it, but this one did, which I thought was interesting, but I did not see that and catch on to it until after filming, so I am sorry about that. The results of the purple are obviously not going to be accurate. I'm sorry, I wish I could go back and look more thoroughly into the box, but I can't. This was my first week back filming after my cat passed away, and I was very scatterbrained, and I was literally just doing my best, so I apologize, but at least you still get to see the other two shades, even if the berry one didn't turn out. So let's go in with the berry. I have a feeling the berry is probably going to be the less potent. I don't think the results are going to be as good with the purpley shade as they will be with the red and the copper. Typically, high lift purples just don't show up as well, but their results on TikTok looked really good with this purple, so we will see. All right, purple is applied. All right, there we go. I'm gonna set a timer and I will be right back so we can see what these look like, and we will also try to remove them out of the hair. All right, you guys, I am back. Let me show you what the color looks like. All right, here are what the three shades look like: the copper, the red, and the berry. The copper definitely has more of a red undertone to it. It's more of like a reddy copper shade. I wouldn't say it's like what the picture on the box portrays at all. It's definitely just like a different shade of red. The red is probably my favorite color. It is so rich and vibrant. Also, can we talk about how all three swatches, all three levels look very, very similar? This one was almost black and it looks almost identical to the lightest swatch. Then we have the berry shade. Again, this one did not do much. You guys can see there is a little hint of color in there, but it's not much, and the two darker shades really didn't do much at all. So for these to have previous color on them and it to lift this much, that is absolutely incredible. I will say they feel so soft, so silky. They do not feel damaged at all. So here's what they look like. I'm gonna go in with some lightener because we're just using color and 10 volume. We're gonna see if the colors come out of the hair. I'm gonna assume they're not going to. If you dye your hair with the copper or the red, definitely use Color Oops. Color Oops is going to be your best friend, especially with permanent coppers and reds. It will strip this out very quickly. Just apply some heat, let it sit 20 minutes, and it will take you back to whatever you were underneath of this, or something similar. Really saturate this. I don't think it's gonna do much. We'll see. Permanent color does lift out of the hair better than a semi-permanent red would. So we'll see if the lightener takes it out. But like I said, Color Oops is definitely my go-to for vivid red colors. I've used L'Oreal High Color High Lift Red on several of my friends, and Color Oops has always removed it without any issue. You do have to remember that if you are using this on virgin hair and you do Color Oops to undo the color, you're not gonna go back to your virgin hair color. It's going to lift to more of like a brassy level 7, level 6 color, because the high lift lifts your natural color and then deposits. It's lifting your natural base. So once you take off the red tones and the copper tones, you're not going to be left with your natural color again because this lifted your natural color. So most likely you'll be left with like a brassy level 6 through 8 shade. All right, everything is saturated. I'm going to set a timer for 20 to 30 minutes and I will be right back so we can see if any of these colors come out of the hair with lightener. All right, you guys, we are back. Let me show you the results. Here are the swatches after letting it sit. You can see the copper lifted out a little bit, the red lifted out a little bit, and the purple lifted out all the way. This is pretty much what I expected. Reds and copper permanent colors are pretty stubborn, especially high lift colors. They're stubborn if you try and get them out with lightener. So just know if you do use a high lift color, try Color Oops to remove it instead of lightener. Overall, these colors are very comparable to the L'Oreal High Color High Lift. It's nice that this comes in a kit, and I do think it's more user friendly than the L'Oreal High color because it comes with the bottle. You just dump step 1 into step 2. It comes with a deep conditioning mask, so I do think it's a good value, and it also made the hair feel really soft and really shiny. I do think the L'Oreal has a better shade selection. Maybe Bleach London will expand the shades they have further on down the road, but right now these are the only like vivid colors they have. I will leave a link to both Bleach London and L'Oreal High Color in the description down below. I will also link Color Oops for you guys, so if you do have red or orange hair, definitely try the Color Oops. That is all for today's video. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. You guys, I just got done filming and I started to break down all my boxes for recycling, and I found this in the purple one. This is a booster that was supposed to be added into the purple dye, so no wonder it didn't work very well, because I was supposed to add a booster in there. So that was the only one that had a booster, and on the back where it shows you what comes inside, it lists it on the back here. It says the conditioner and booster, but they didn't change the picture on here. So if you just glance at this, it looks like the same thing is in each box. Let me get a close-up on this for you guys. So you guys can see that first step right there. It looks the same all the way down, right? And then they just put conditioning and color booster, which I did not see. They just added color booster on the end there. So I apologize. I am sorry. I have no color left to try this. I have a booster and I'm sorry. So definitely check the whole box. Don't assume every single thing comes with it. You know, if you just got one box, you'd probably open it all the way up and check everything inside, but because I got multiple, I just assumed they were all the same, and the back looked the same, so my bad. I apologize. It's a big fail on my part, and I'm sorry.